All right, y'all. A Detroit Demon Slayer story. That sounds like a Tubi movie. Don't it sound like a fire movie? Detroit Demon Slayers. Okay. Let's get serious. Demon using patient as a puppet. Hashtag Detroit. Hashtag Demon Slayer. Haunted paranormal. I don't know about this one. Let's watch.
Y'all are not gonna believe what happened last night. All right. Now, a lot of y'all don't know that I work at a hospital during the night. And so I ended up picking up in the float pool and I got pulled to a different unit to sit instead of tech, right? So I'm sitting with this woman and mentally she's having a really hard time. And so when she first got there, you know, everything was set up for her. She sits down, they hook her up to an IV and she had to use the bathroom. So I take her to the bathroom. I follow behind her with the IV. She gets back to the bed. She wants it completely dark, right? I turn off all the lights and I'm sitting. And so while I'm sitting there and I'm scrolling through my phone, I look up because I feel movement, right? And I can see movement. And so I look up and she's standing straight up. Her hair is dark and she scared the crap out of me, right? I already don't like sitting in the dark. So I then turn around and she lays down. She's having a hard time getting to sleep. Finally, she stops moving so much. So I'm like, okay, she fell to sleep. She's over there and I hear her in a hushed tone saying something under her breath. She's Middle Eastern. So I'm like, okay, she must be praying in her language. Maybe she isn't sleeping. Maybe she's praying. So I left it alone. But then I hear, help me. And so at first I was just like, no, she didn't say that. Like, why would she say that if she knows that I'm at her bedside? And then she was just like, help me, help me. So I jumped up and I threw the light on like, what's wrong? Y'all, she wasn't even awake. She wasn't even awake. So then fast forward, I'm like trying to get her up, like trying to wake her up. I'm tapping her. I'm asking her if she's okay. Her eyes are still closed. And so then I got the nurse to come in there, her nurse. And when he came in there, he was just like, you know, trying to get her up, do the same thing I was doing. So finally she like looked over at him and opened her eyes. And she was just like, I'm trying to get to sleep. He was like, okay. Like he didn't want no arguments. He like, okay. And he left out. Turned the lights back out. I sit back down. And when I sat back down, I could see somebody sitting on her bed. Okay? Sitting on her bed while she's sleeping. This is what I be saying when I say, when y'all be like, oh, I wish that I had the gift that you had. No, you don't. I was in that room alone. Dark. Okay? It was dark. So then I turned around and I just had my flashlight on my phone on the entire time. Because no, and don't come over here neither. Don't come over here. And so it stood up. It never turned around to face me. It sat on her bed the entire, like, it was probably like 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know. It wasn't that long though. But it never turned towards me to face me. But it still scared me because why is you even in here? And you obviously doing something to this lady. You know, she's already struggling mentally, and y'all know that patients like that and people like that are a target, right? Because they're considered weak. Okay? So I was in the corner praying. And I'm like praying, because baby, you not coming home with me, okay? And you not about to come over here bothering me. And I really want you to get out this room. As soon as I started praying, it's like it went into supersonic fast mode. When I say like ran so fast that I didn't even see it leave the room, but I saw it stand up, running towards the door. Insane. Like I see some scary stuff, man, but that scared me last night. It scared me. Scared the heck out of me.
Listen. Y'all listening? I'm just making sure. Y'all ain't got to get so upset. Psalm 91. My refuge and my fortress. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust, for he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions. Pinions. What does that mean? What is that word? Y'all like, bro, you don't know what that means? I don't. How do you say it? How do you say that word?
Pinion.
Pinion. I said it right. What does it mean, though? What does it mean? The outer part of a bird's wing, including the flight feathers. Wow. Pinion. He will cover you with his pinions, with his wings. And under his wings, you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked, because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge. No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder. The young lion and the serpent will be trampled the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot, because he holds fast to me in love. I will deliver him. I will protect him, because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With the long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. I just saw somebody mention that in the comments. They said, go read Psalm 91. I just thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea. Somebody said she's being tormented. That's the top comment. Yes, or he wants her and she's not giving in. Well, it's interesting that she specifically was stationed to cover that shift in that specific location of the hospital, because it sounded like that's not what she normally does. So it's very interesting that God stationed her in that specific location to witness and be a part of what happened, and to ultimately exercise authority in the spiritual realm. And I think that speaks to another lesson of trust. Regardless of if it doesn't make sense, you're going to find yourself in some situations where God intended you to be in that very moment. So be awake, be discerning of the spiritual realm, so that you can be used in whatever way God is looking to use you. Anyway, what do y'all think? Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.